Welcome to another edition of the HHC Sports Weekly. I'm Justin Sokeland. The girls' basketball season got underway this week, and Bedford North Lawrence started its defense of its Class 4A title, and all the HHC teams got underway with games. And also, Columbus East football continued its march toward another 4A state title, with Markel Jones setting a single season rushing record. So we'll take a look at all those highlights, and plus we'll also look ahead to the New Albany boys basketball team as it starts its defense of its HHC and sectional titles. So let's get started. We'll start with football, where Columbus East defeated Evansville Reitz 42-14. Number 1 East, with Markel Jones shattering a state record, marched relentlessly toward another state title, crushing East in the regional showdown. Jones, the phenomenal Purdue recruit and Mr. Football candidate, ran for 315 yards and all 6 East touchdowns, 5 in the second quarter. More importantly, Jones set the state single-season rushing record. He now has 3,379 yards, breaking the mark of 3,366 set by New Haven's Corey Jackway in 2001. Jones, who now has 59 touchdowns this season, ranks second in the nation in yards and touchdowns. If he had not set out the second half of most games this season, with East far ahead, he would have astronomical numbers. East, now 13-0, won its 4th straight regional. The Olympians will now visit number 2, New Palestine, which is also 13-0, in the semi-state. And this will be East's greatest threat. New Palestine leads the state in scoring at 58.3 points per game and in points allowed at 5.8. Of course, East is second in the state in scoring at 56.9 and 11th in defense, so it should be an epic battle. The Hoosier Hills Conference girls basketball teams got started last week. Madison went 1-1 with a loss to East Central and a win over Switzerland County, and Jeffersonville went 1-1 with a victory over North Harrison and a loss to Bloomington South. Floyd Central, Jennings County, Columbus East, and Seymour all won their openers. And New Albany started with a 56-49 win over Silver Creek. The Bulldogs have big expectations this season, with a lot of experience returning in seniors Lauren Cam and Brianne Nixon, plus talent in the backcourt with sophomores Marissa Jones and Jessica Knight, who had 14 points, including 4 3-pointers in the opening win. New Albany coach Tammy Guerin is looking forward to a successful campaign.
Winning season, but you expect some good things from this group. So what makes you think that you've got that kind of talent ready?
Well, for one, they won it, and that's a major component to any success. Is that the kids have to want it just as much as you do, and so there's definitely been a different vibe in practice and a different work mentality and wanting to win and compete every day against each other, and so that alone tells me that they're ready to take the next step and it's something we've set high expectations for ourselves this season to compete, and not only compete but to go after each and every game with a hunger and tenacity that we have to be successful within our conference and sectional.
Bedford North Lawrence started its Class 4A state title defense with a 76-32 win over Mitchell. Alexa Bailey had 23 points, 10 steals, and 8 assists, while Jenna Allen totaled 19 points and 11 rebounds. Here's a look at the number 1 ranked Stars as they defeated Mitchell. Once their defense kind of took over, it made it tough for you, didn't it?
Yeah, their defensive intensity is incredible. They took us out of our game plan on offense, and then we started standing and trying to create things off the dribble. And against B&L's athletes, that's a recipe for disaster.
problems, but I thought they came out, really executed. I thought we played really well.
Did it take a while for your focus to kind of kick in and your intensity to pick up a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. We're still getting used. We got 2 new starters. We're still trying to feel them, get to know them, what they're going to do, where they're going to be. But I thought later in the game, third quarter, I thought we really came together and did well.
You almost had a triple-double tonight.
Well, that's not, I wasn't going for that, but that'd be nice. We just wanted to get this one, out of the way. It's the first game. Everybody's got, first game jitters, and it's just first game for everybody, first game of the season, and we just wanted to get this one over.
Your defense really picked up after the first quarter. What turned on?
We've got some younger kids that have stepped into, the starting positions, and this is their first game starting, at the varsity level. And I think that, they were a little nervous. Weren't sure, how much they could get up under pressure, how well, they could stay on somebody. Jeff said, calm down. We're gonna, win with our defense. Any game, we're gonna win with our defense. And I think once they figured out, hey, we can do this, they were okay.
Well, it took you a couple of minutes to get going, but once you did, you pretty much dominated with your defense, like you predicted.
I'd like to see us a little more focused from the outset defensively. I thought I understand it's first game and maybe first game jitters, but I've got some experienced kids out there too, and I think that I had to really challenge them to get them to focus. And once they did that, I thought we were very good defensively, but. There's going to be games that's really going to put us in a bind if we can't come out and focus from the beginning of the first quarter.
Alexa kind of set that tone, so you had 10 steals, I believe. Almost a triple-double. So, pretty good night for Alexa.
Well, she's one of the best defenders in the state of Indiana. There's just no doubt. I understand that. And I expect her to set that tone. But I expect those other kids to be focused and be ready to exert that type of effort defensively and be ready to play our rules. And I don't think we played our rules in the first quarter. That was something I was unhappy about and addressed. But after that, with the effort we had, I thought we really, we got some good stuff. Yeah.
Boys basketball practice started last week. New Albany is the defending HHC champion, and the Bulldogs were favored to repeat in the first HHCSports.com coaches poll. Veteran coach Jim Shannon has a solid nucleus back, plus the addition of Herald freshman Romeo Langford, a name everyone is going to hear a lot over the next 4 years. Shannon is looking forward to his 17th year with the Bulldogs.
Experience back, there's no question, but we did lose, three really good players off a team that really I thought overachieved. I was really proud of. So I know we're probably the favorite just based on the fact that we went the furthest of anybody in the conference. We won the section, which made up mostly of our conference teams, but I think our guys can accept the fact that we're favored. I don't think we're heavily favored, but I think we are favored.
Well, you mentioned the points you lost. You also lost a lot of athletic ability in those kids, which so that's another thing to look at is they scored, but they were tremendous athletes. I mean, Reeves won the state high jump, so good night. That's hard to replace.
You're exactly right. That's the kind of thing that I look at when I'm trying to evaluate and assess where we're at. But we've got some kids to fill those shoes, and certainly everybody has improved over the summer and during the fall, and practice has been going very well. So we do have high expectations for this team, and do think that the experienced players ought to help provide the leadership that we're going to need for the younger ones to catch on to what we're doing.
This week, the games to watch include Columbus East at New Palestine in Class 4A football, Semi-State, a battle of number 1 versus number 2. In girls basketball, the key games include Columbus East at Heritage Christian on Tuesday, Providence at New Albany on Thursday, and Bedford North Lawrence will visit Jeffersonville on Saturday. The Stars have won 23 straight league games. That concludes another episode of the HHC Sports Weekly. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and on Facebook as we track the success of all the league teams and its stars. Until then, thanks for watching.